Okay guys, time to move my computer, and it's gonna go right here inside my dash, well, my glove compartment. So I already cut the inside out, routed my wires through, okay, my power and my vacuum line, and I'm gonna go something like this. And then the cover, my console, my cover is gonna come in and cover that. It's gonna look good. So I'm just gonna hide the remainder of the wires, tuck them up, and zip tie them together, and it's gonna look clean. People can put their feet in here on the passenger side. So that's the next step. Okay, so as you guys can see, plug mine in already, and here comes the last one. Alright, so I got this Blue Point tight fit angle drill kit. I had this way back in the day. I bought this back in the 90s when I used to work in the auto trim business up in Massachusetts, and I used to install mud flaps for the mud guards in the back of the vehicles where the tires were too damn tight, and I needed to drill the hole so I can get to the fender pinch weld that I can just mount my mud flaps. So that was it. Just stick this into the drill, put one of my drill bits just to do a pilot hole, and then I'm able to do, like, to get into a place like this. It's been 10 years plus. No, I'm lying. This was 90s. This is over 20 years, and I still got it. So here we go. This will work for me. There you go. Done. Just so I can do a pilot. Alright, so see, I can do the angle fit, drill, done. I just gotta drop the camera so I can pilot my holes, and then we're good. Then I can put a couple screws just to hold this computer in place. So here we go. So I already made my holes. I'm going to use these self tappers. Now the hole that I made was way smaller than this one. This one's still going to make the hole, and it's going to be a tight fit. So I'm just going to self tap into plastic and snug them in place. Just enough to hold it in place. I'm not going to freaking go crazy, but just enough to hold it in place so it won't go back and forth. So when I close the door, it's going to be nice and flush. So here we go. I also got this little tiny ratcheting tool left and right, and then it's just going to help me tighten. You can do it with a simple ratchet. It'll work. But for the space that I need, this will be just fine. Same on the other side. And just gonna ratchet in place because it gets to go further in as opposed to a simple hand ratchet. You know what I mean? This can only go so far. You know what I mean? That can only go so far. But here we go. Done. Alright, so every one of you who knows what this is, Chevy S10 GMC Sonoma, supposedly your coffee tray for the passenger side. But now with this V8, coffee is going to spill right out the moment they drink it, or the attempt to drink it, or hold it in place anyways. But this bad boy goes this way, fits in right here, just like so. 4 screws, 2 here, 2 here, 2 bolts here, and 4 at the bottom. So here we go. Alright guys, this is the look after. My wires are cleaned up. I just got to put a panel over there. I have it in the back, but all the wires are pretty much tucked away. So there's my view right there. My steering wheel. So that's all going to be covered right here. Yeah, that's all going to be covered right here. And I'll put a tablet over here. Cover this up. So just so that I can see my speed. Because it'll work with the tablet. I've seen it. I've used my own phone also for it. So I know there's the app for it. So here we go. Hey guys, I got my radiator hose adapter in which I can use the outlet part so that I can actually use this fitting, this line fitting. This is the outlet fitting coming out from the engine. It's a steam line coming from the engine. So I need this setup right over here. See? I need that right here. And I bought this thing from eBay. Just got it today. So it's a 1/8 NPT line to a 1/4 inch line. Alright, so I already installed my fancy terminals, hose end terminals. Look at that. And I just gotta cut my hose to whatever size I need, including putting this in between. Putting this in between both of them. So I just gotta figure that out. I'll make it work. Okay, so I took my measurements. I'm just gonna measure. I'm gonna cut it in between here and here. Okay, I already started making a cut, as you can see. I'm just gonna cut that out. Go to the vehicle, put it on, and then measure my next one after that. It's gonna look something like this. I cut it too long, rather be too long than too short. I have to probably cut it a little shorter. And then I gotta do the other 90 right over here. Might be a little too long. I'm gonna have to cut this one down. So, alright, I'm gonna do the other side. We'll go from there. Just gotta let it dry. Silicone. Alright guys, today, brake bleeding. I'm gonna do my clutch master cylinder, and I'm just gonna bleed it. I'm gonna make a one-man brake bleeder. I just needed a clear container. I drilled 2 holes. One just enough for the hose, and the other one's a breather hose. Okay, just stick a hose all the way down to the bottom. All right, as you can see. See, there you go. Fill it with brake fluid. That's what that is. Fluid started coming down already. All right, and a bunch of bubbles came out, as y'all saw. Right, you see the bubbles? It's just letting the air out of the system, out of my clutch master cylinder system. So this is considered a one-man brake bleeder. I just used a regular container, drilled a hole up top, 2 holes, one for air to escape and for the fluid to go back in. Okay, so as long as I keep this hose submerged in fluid, I should be good. All I got to do is go up top, and then engage my clutch pedal, and then you're gonna see the bubbles work. So I'm just gonna leave the camera down here as I engage my my clutch pedal. You'll see all the bubbles escape. Alright, here we go. We're gonna engage it slowly just to let go of all the air that's in the line. But I gotta go slow. See? All those bubbles. Yep, escaping. As you see the line right here, there's no air bubbles. It's all done. I'm pressing the clutch pedal right now as we speak. The line's full. My clutch pedal feels pretty damn good. Okay? And no more bubbles. That's it. No more bubbles. I see fluid coming all the way through. Alright, so now I'm just going to top off the top. I'm going to close the valve for the bleeder valve. And my clutch should be good to go. Okay, so this is the last time I'm going to top this one off. Right there. That's where she should be. Nice and full. The hydraulic lines is full. All the air bubbles are out. And hopefully my clutch should work and disengage and engage. Simple. Look what I did. Simple breather hole so that the air can escape. Stick a hose through. Look at it. And I filled it almost halfway. So I'm going to reuse this because the container was clean. And all I do is just make sure I get the air out of the whole clutch master cylinder system out of there.